All right, welcome back to our Mastery Tips and Tricks show. I'm so grateful to be here with you. We're here to inspire, educate, and serve and help you own it in life and business. And we bring you special guests all the time in different zones of genius. So there are so many episodes with self-mastery, business mastery, everything to truly help you as a conscious entrepreneur. And we have one of our new copywriters. So I'm super excited to introduce you guys to Wendy Jones today. Thank you, Wendy, for being on the show with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's great to be here.
Oh, I love it. And I love your accent. So, Wendy is a freelance voice of the customer copywriter based in South Derbyshire, UK. And hopefully, I said that name okay. She helps online service businesses grow by equipping them with the words they need to effectively promote themselves and attract their ideal clients. This enables them to reach and help more people, which gives them the financial freedom to enjoy their life to the fullest and make the impact they know they were born to. With a background in customer service and operations, Wendy is passionate about giving customers both what they want and what they need to get results. In her spare time, she loves adventuring in the outdoors and anything to do with nature. You'll also find her singing up a storm in the musical duo A Fish Called Wandy. So excited to have you on the show today, Wendy. So please share a little bit more about yourself, your entrepreneur journey, and a piece of advice that maybe you wish you knew when you got started.
Okay. I've always worked in the corporate world, in the world of communications, in customer service, that type of thing, operations. And just over 2 years ago, I started copywriting, then started in copywriting business. And I work for myself as an entrepreneur, which is very exciting. It's something I always wanted to do. And now that my daughter's grown up and is at university, I decided now was a good time. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm following my passion to work with people whose businesses are making change and impact in the world, who are doing good things, basically. That's what I wanted to do. I really felt like when I worked in the corporate world, I was kind of driving, helping to drive a big machine. Whereas now I have the choice of working with people that have got businesses that I can make an impact by helping them, and they're making an impact in the world, and following their dreams as well. So that's the idea behind my business.
I love it.
That's thing so that I wish I'd known, which I kind of did know, I guess, when I went into it, was how important the mindset work is. I think everyone says it at the beginning and you kind of go, oh yeah, that's fine, I'll do it. And then you get into the day-to-day of trying to run a business and discovering how many things there are to know and to learn and to do. And the mindset work gets put to the back in the cupboard. Yeah. And it's only when you have a setback or a problem or something doesn't go quite as well as you wanted it to, you then think, oh dear, why have I not listened? Why have I not done all that mindset work? Because I would have been in a much better place to deal with it if I'd have done that. And that's certainly my experience at the beginning. I got bogged down in the detail and, spending all my time working, and then thought, yeah, I don't think this is the best way to go about it. So I've come back to the mindset work and I'm feeling a whole lot better about my day-to-day schedule now. So
I love that. That's such a great piece of advice. And I love the book, The Slight Edge. So in the book, The Slight Edge, he talks about how we do the little mundane things over time that compound to equal success. And often why people don't see continued success is because they pick them up when they need it. Then they get the results and they stop doing the habits. And then things go awry and then they pick them back up and then they get up to thriving. So they stop doing it and it constantly looks like this. So I love that. Wendy was saying it's so important to own your mind, do the personal development and mindset work all the time, not just when it's not working. I love it. Brilliant.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
The Slight Edge is also one of my favorite books. I read it right at the beginning And then I thought, I need to read that book again. So I did.
Yeah, absolutely. I've probably read it a few times, and I do my best to maybe touch that book almost every year because it's such a simple reminder of how it's the little mundane things over time that really truly make a big difference. It's not a big windfall that just happens. It's actually success is those little things we do day in and day out, and the persistence and the consistency of it. That's where most people miss, is that consistent, right? They put it down for a while, pick it back up. But yes, I love that. So, and if you're in the audience and you haven't read the book, The Slight Edge, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of the only books besides Harry Potter that I read every day for 30 days straight. So it's really inspiring. And if it can get me to do that, it can get you to do it. So I love that. So we're here to share some tips and tricks. And Wendy is an incredible copywriter. She's helping people create email sequences, improve their messaging so that they can communicate with their clients and attract your clients. Because as a business owner, the marketing messaging that you use, these are going to repel or attract your clients. And the joke is that we're in competition with the dogs and the cats and everybody else on social media as well. So we want to make sure that the copy, the messaging, the writing that we're using is actually going to have people stop and scroll or open that email or read on farther. And that is so essential with building rapport and getting our message across to our ideal clients so we can truly serve and support more people. So we've got some great tips for you guys. So Wendy, kick us off with your first tip.
Okay, so my first tip is keep it simple. And that might sound really obvious, but it's absolutely essential, especially in today's, day and age where people have got very short attention spans. They're maybe scrolling through, they're maybe in a rush to look at their emails or, whatever it is. The language needs to be simple. It needs to not be full with jargon, and it needs to roll like a conversation. So in the simplest way, how you would talk to your friend, that's kind of the way that you want it to come across. I think sometimes when you're in your own business, you tend to so much about it that you can talk in jargon, you can talk in abbreviations, you can talk in a language that if you talk to someone that did the same job as you, that would be fine. But obviously your client, they don't want to do your job. They want to come to you because you know how to do your job. So it's a different conversation. So really just thinking about that, making it as simple as you can and talking to them as if you talk to your best mate kind of thing.
I think it's brilliant, and that's so important. And that goes with sales as well. We like to joke that sales is like playing catch. And if you're like, hey, how are you? And the other person's like, I'm good, thanks. How are you? And you're like, I'm good. And then spiel. It's like throwing a brick. So you're like playing catch, you're playing a tennis ball, and instead you throw back a brick. And then that brick is filled with language that is specific to you and not understood by the avatar per se, and then they roll right over it. And even in just creating our graphics and the messaging, everything right now, simple is best because people are overwhelmed. There's so much, people have been consuming content online for so many years now, and they're getting back out into the real world. And so when they're back in the online space, they want it short, sweet, and simple. So I love that. Get to the point. And make it clear and concise so that the reader is attracted to it, and it's not confusing, but it's straightforward. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
I love it. Awesome. Let's dive into tip number 2.
Yeah. Okay. So the second point, which you might say, oh, this is the same as the first point, but it really isn't. It's make it clear. So simple is one thing, clear is another thing. So I tend to find when you speak to people about their messaging, they're so excited about their business and they really want to bring all the value in the world, and they want to do all the things and be all the things and tell you about all the things. And that doesn't work either. That leads to overwhelm as well. So think about what message you want to get across. What's the most important message you want to get across? And roll with that.
Yeah.
Don't give 10 different things. Oh, and we do this and we do this, and you can do that and this thing and da, da, da. Because what happens then is that they like this and they won't do anything. And that's
Confused mind
really the
says
last thing
no.
you want to happen. So it's better to present one clear option. You know, here's what I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm offering, and this is what I want you to do. And that's it.
Yeah, almost like a
Basically,
funnel.
because that is so clear, there's nowhere else to go. They either want it or they don't want it. If they don't want it, you know, in an ethical business, you only want people that your product is going to help and it's going to serve. So they read it, they think it's for me, it's not for me. If they think it's for me, what do I do next? This is what I do. Do I click the button? Do I visit the site? Do I, you know, what do I do? And they're told and they're guided through. So making that clear is, you know, that is absolutely imperative to get the results that you want.
Yes, I love that. So keeping it simple, not using a bunch of internal jargon, and then also keeping it clear. Usually one call to action is the most ideal in explaining how to follow through on that one simple call to action. And it's very clear and concise, like you said. So it's not that there's anywhere else for them to go. They either want it or they don't. And it's very clear what they're receiving by doing and following through on that. And I 100% understand that because we've tested things out before, and really a confused mind does say no. So keep it simple, keep it clear, have one option, and explain so that they understand how to do it or use it. If there's no direction, people literally, the joke is like you almost need a handhold. And here's your next step. And then when you do that, so that it's so clear, because what we want to do is remove all obstacles and barriers. So if they had to click here and then figure out where to get there from there, that's not clear or simple, and they're gone. You've all done it. You're like, yeah, that sounds great. You click on the link and then something else came up, and then it wasn't right there for you. You had to go find it and you're gone. Right? So
Yeah.
simple and clear, so important, because usually you're like, I got 30 seconds. I could do this right now. Because we're always moving on to the next thing. And if that ends up taking so much time, that's how clear you want to be. It'll take you 2 minutes to get yourself set up here. Like yeah. So clear. Remove all obstacles, remove all barriers, keep it simple, keep it clear. Love, love, love it. And what's your third tip?
Okay, my third tip is slightly different. And it is to get a second opinion.
Love it.
Now, don't ask your mom. You know, don't unless your mom is that really brutally honest person that you're like, oh, I'm not going to ask my mom. Then ask your mom. That's fine.
That would be my mother.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So if your mum's that person, so I'm probably that person as well. So that's fine. But if your mum's oh no, darling, you've done it perfectly. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. Don't ask your mum. Yeah. If your best friend does that, don't ask it. I mean, great best friend, but don't ask your best friend. Ask somebody that will give you an honest opinion. And if you can, ask somebody that maybe falls into the realm of your target audience, because that's the best person to ask, really. You know, would this entice you to buy? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? And don't be afraid to have, as copywriters, you know, we know that it's not given that you're going to get it right first time, even as a professional. So, you know, writing your own copy, discouraged if you don't get the right results, or if you think, write it, try 2 or 3 different ways and see what happens. You know, don't get discouraged. Put one thing out there, it doesn't work, like, oh no, I can't do that. And if you're writing something, I would say, if you're writing something that's going to be there for a long time. So, you know, a website or a sales page or something like that, by all means, ask for the second opinion of the person that you can trust, but consider paying someone to edit it.
Yeah.
Consider if you're hell bent on writing your own copy and it's going to be there for a while, invest in a professional copy editor to go through that for you.
Yeah.
Because you will learn a lot.
I love it.
And you will gain from that.
It's so important.
And I'm not a copy editor. I just love copy editors.
Yeah. I think that's so important because we miss, our brain skips over so many things, right? When we're doing it ourselves, it
Yeah.
skips over so many things. So it's so important to get that second opinion and to do the market research to make sure you kept it clear and simple. So that getting that second opinion is going to help to also make sure it's speaking to your avatar and you hit those first two tips. So I love that. We are coming to time here. So guys, you're going to keep it clear. You're going to keep it simple. You're going to get a second opinion, do some market research from your avatar. Make sure that you also have it proofread so that all those things that your brain missed, it gets picked up so it looks professional and it's clear and concise and people can understand it so you can attract your ideal client instead of repel them. So I love, love, love that, Wendy. So Wendy's got a great offer for you to support you. So please give us a quick little bit on what you have for them. And the link is there in the bio. So make sure you grab that right there.
Okay, so I'd like to offer people today a free 15-minute copy review. So if you'd like to hop on a call with me, it's absolutely no obligation of anything at all. I'll just have a look at your copy, give you some tips and see how you could maybe improve it. So, and I'd love to meet you, connect with you. So if you'd like to do that today, if you follow the link in the bio to my website, drop Owner Empire into your message when you contact me and I'll get back to you and we'll set up a call and I'll give you some tips to improve your copy and improve the reach of your copy.
That's so important. So if you're ready to increase your visibility and increase your reach, make sure you click on that link, get some help from Wendy. And thank you so much, Wendy, for being on the show today. Thank you for your value add. It's been absolutely a pleasure.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you so much, Heather.
Of course, of course. And to our audience, remember, expect magic and miracles, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, and what is the best that can happen? We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.